Cardi B, J Balvin, Bad Bunny. I like it. And of course I do. And of course you do. It's the car show. Shapur Kotwal, Deputy Editor, Autocar, India Magazine. Editor, WhatCar Magazine in studio.
94.3. This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishikesh.
Shapur, what's up?
Hey, man.
Looks like this was the experience of your lifetime. We're talking you going up against a MIG 29K, a carrier-based fighter in Goa, in pretty Goa, on an Indian naval base. Yeah? And you drove the Huracan Performante.
Yeah, it was pretty, impactful, and it's something you won't forget in a hurry.
You can say that mildly. So how did this all happen, man? I mean, it's fantastic.
We have a lot of friends in the Navy who are readers also, and we interact with them in the past. And I happened to see this video where the 29K, the MiG, takes off from a carrier, and it has a sort of launch control system where they push the throttles open. It goes to afterburner. They hold on for a few seconds till the thrust goes to full thrust, and they release, and they take off within around 6.5 or 7 seconds. So imagine you're counting 6 seconds and the aircraft's flying. They're doing this off a ski ramp of an aircraft carrier, and that's just insane performance. That's close to any of the supercars or hypercars. So I was chatting with a friend of mine over there, and I said, look, any chance of us running against it and doing a sort of real drag race, as it were? Of course, I was expecting to get a lot of flack or even some unmentionable words, and but he said, let's see. And I went, wow. And of course 1,000 letters and emails and permissions and meetings and crazy sort of levels of security later, we found ourselves at Kannan, which is actually the Goa airport. Now Goa airport is owned by the Navy, so they control it, and there was, for the run, somebody from ATC sitting with me with a walkie-talkie. So it was literally like we were another aircraft on the tarmac.
Lamborghini's Huracan Performante does 0 to 100 in 2.9 seconds. That really is something. And the claim is that 200 is even more exciting in 8.9 seconds.
Under 9 seconds to 200. I mean, if you just count it, it's difficult to imagine if you not experience that ferocity, the kind of traction it has, the power of the 10-cylinder engine. It just launches you. It's like you're being shot out of a catty or something. You just go. Your first instinct is to get off the throttle. It's so strong. It's explosive acceleration, and that's the only way you can get to 200 in under 9 seconds. It's close to what the superbikes are doing, and it's something that's really an eye-opener.
Shapur's on Twitter at Shapur K. Hang by. Liam Payne, Zed, get low. Liam Payne and Zed, it's Get Low. Shapur Kotwal, Deputy Editor, Autocar India Magazine, Editor, WhatCar Magazine, is just back doing this special for the anniversary edition of the Autocar India Magazine at INS Hansa, Goa. He, in a Lamborghini Huracan Performante, went up against a MiG. Absolutely. And we're going to be talking about the results right here and now.
94.3. This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishikesh.
So the Performante has ALA. Is it active aerodynamics? What does that mean?
It's something like that. It's a system where actually the car varies its aerodynamics according to where you are in a corner, what you're doing on a road. If you're on a straight, it opens out stuff. It will stall if you need more power. If you need to corner, it'll help you. It'll aerodynamics on the left and the right of the car will be different, so that it helps you in a corner very fundamentally. And it's another step up in the art of the supercar and of performance cars which are based on the road.
So how did you do this? Did you go on the same runway, the two of you, or did you take a parallel taxiway?
We started with a parallel taxiway. The Indian Navy said, okay, we can start on that taxiway, and eventually we realized that the taxiway was a bit short. We were getting to speeds of around in excess of 200 quite easily, and we were running short of space. So we finally decided to move on to the main runway, which I must say gave me a few butterflies in the stomach, because here you are, there's right next to me is a 29K with its 40,000 pounds of thrust coming out from its exhaust, flames coming out like 7 to 8 feet long.
The world outside must have been a blur.
By the time we were really motoring, as we'd say, we were doing way in excess of 200. The aircraft takes off at around 270, and just before that we were like neck and neck almost till the end, but then his afterburner kicked in and he just sailed past me like I was standing still. And this is a supercar. My foot was flat on the throttle, and here was this 40-ton aircraft going past me.
And he, just to rub it in and to celebrate, he executes a low pass, 100 feet, 700 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
And his nose is slicing the air.
It was a surreal experience. We saw him approaching from off the runway. I looked in the rearview mirror. I could see a speck, and almost instantly it grew into a full-size aircraft. And then we just heard a boom over us, and just the tail disappeared. And then he went and did what is called a vertical Charlie, where he pointed his nose up and disappeared into the cloud before we could see what is happening. So the performance level in these MIGs and stuff is just otherworldly. People say we have the best job in the world as car testers, but if you're lucky enough to be selected for something like the Indian Navy, if you're a speed freak, I mean, this is the place to be. There are going to be a lot of carriers coming into the armed forces, into the Indian Navy. There are going to be a lot of carrier-based fighter aircraft, and this is a sort of golden age which is just going to start for us.
Shapur, your website, please.
autocarindia.com, and you can get the best news and car reviews on the site.
See you in a bit. Messages and back for a last leg of conversation. Some Coldplay for you guys. Yellow. Shapur Kotwal, Deputy Editor, Autocar India Magazine, Editor, WhatCar Magazine, is just back. The anniversary issues on the stands, Autocar India Magazine. He drove a Lamborghini Huracan Performante against a MIG 29K, believe it or not, at the INS Hansa in Goa.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishikesh.
Now you gave me the details about the takeoff. The landing has got to have even more precision, right?
These are carrier-based aircrafts. That's why you have the K in the MiG-29, and they have a hook behind them. It's a huge metal. I mean, it sounds like a little bit of a hook, but when you see it in the flesh, it's like it's half the size of a car, and it catches a couple of cables that are stretched across the aircraft carrier deck, and the landing speed. When you get wing borne and when you land, it has to be around the same speed. Is around 270 kilometers an hour. They have to be within +3 or -3 kilometers an hour to land safely. The carrier is moving around. It's steaming forward. It's pitching. It's yawing. It's dipping. The aircraft gets blown by the wind. It's a hugely difficult exercise. It's probably the most difficult thing you can do if you're flying. And our naval aviators have nailed it. The Indian Navy guys, they've really stepped up, and they're at a level where even the guys who are training them from Russia don't believe they've achieved that level. So the level of precision that they need to have, and the kind of challenge that it is. I was talking to the pilot who flew with us, Captain Hota, and he said when you start your approach, the aircraft carrier looks like a matchbox, and it really does take some level of concentration to hit the spot, which there are 3 cables. You've got to hit one of them, or you have to take off again. It's that close. It's like a control crash. You have to hit the deck at 270. You have to be within a few meters. You have to be ±2 or 3 kilometers an hour. It's a hugely difficult exercise, and these guys pull it off like pros.
Well, tell me about the naval officer who was flying the MiG, and also you had one naval officer next to you with the walkie-talkies and guiding.
Absolutely, yeah. So Captain Gupta was sitting with me, and he was helping me communicate with the tower, as I didn't know the lingo. I couldn't drive and hold a walkie at the same time. And we had one of the Navy's best pilots. He's one of the test pilots. He's flown every single aircraft either the Air Force has or the Navy has in India. He's flown aircrafts we were likely to buy, and in his experience, actually, his favorite remains the MiG-29. It's the sort of king of dogfights, because it has the power to weight ratio, and it can turn tighter than anything else. So
that's Officer Hota. Yeah,
absolutely. He's Captain Air, so he's in charge of the base in Goa, and that was a really surreal experience. Speaking to him and getting to know him.
Let's toast to more wonderful experiences. Before you go, your TV show timings, please.
9:30 in the morning on Sunday. The Autocar Show, the best place to catch new cars and new car reviews.
Shapur, thanks for your time. See you soon.
Thanks, man.
Hoodie and the Blowfish, only want to be with you.